What's up, guys? Back with another one. I'm Ryan, my man George.
What's poppin', guys? How y'all living?
You know it. Lost in Vegas, coming back at you with the unbiased real reaction.
Yes. Shout out to our free thinkers.
All day, every day.
Always. Always.
And shout out to a couple free thinkers today, man. Today we gonna shout out Curtis Greenwood. Look what Curtis gave us. Are we coming up in the game, man? Beautiful.
I don't know if you can see it, but it's Deftones Gore. I don't know. All I see is Deftones.
Yeah, I know.
We don't know anything about this CD or Gore or when it came out.
2016.
2016?
Looks like, yeah. So, shout out to Curtis, man. Thanks a lot, man, for saying that, man.
We appreciate that.
Man, I just want to take this time to say something. I hate to make the video longer because I know we can get long-winded, but man, this is just beautiful, man.
It's so cool.
It's so nice to have a community of subscribers that are actually engaged in the channel and actually give a fuck about us.
Yeah, dude. Come on.
I mean, dude.
To take the time out to mail us something, man, that costs money as well. I mean, dude, that's awesome, man.
Dude, man.
The fact that it's Deftones, dude.
Yeah, no, that's brownie points like a mother.
Boy, because I have no doubt. That this is going to be hot. So we're going to check this one out, Deftones Gore.
Yeah, man.
And we're going to see what this is about. But thanks again to Curtis Greenwood, man. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Also, we're going to shout out somebody. Joy Division Colony is what we're doing today. We're going to shout out Peter Tomlinson.
Yep.
This is probably the most requested song by any commenter of all time.
Yeah, the way he requested it.
The way he requested it, how consistent, how creative he was with the request.
That's
every single day on all of our platforms. He's been going super hard. He swears by this. So we wanted to just show you guys that we don't just do all popular things.
Yeah,
all popular requests. We do some obscure requests. Because this hasn't been a huge request. You know what I mean? Outside of Peter and a few other people that thumbed up his comment. Right. So this isn't a big request, but we want to show love to the lesser known bands. We don't know anything about Joy Division, but we're going to give it a shot. Shout out to Peter again. So let's see what's going on. Joy Division Colony. Interesting. Sort of like a galloping drum pattern. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Let's keep it going. That's interesting lyricism. But before we get to the lyricism, okay. Give us some insight on this, guys. What is this classified under? This sound. Peter, you can tell us as well.
Yeah.
But he said a cry for help, a hint of anesthesia, the sound from broken homes we used to always meet here. Yeah. As he lays asleep, she takes him in her arms. Some things I have to do, but I don't mean you harm. So this is between a husband and a wife. It's a broken home. Maybe there's some sort of turmoil in a home between a husband and a wife. And a wife's trying to comfort her husband, it sounds like. And he's saying...
something I have to do, but I don't mean you harm. So does that mean that he has to do something that obviously she's not going to like?
I guess so.
Is that
leaving? Or
infidelity? Or I don't know.
Okay, cool. Let's get back to it. Interesting groove here.
It is.
It's just interesting.
It's different. It's different.
Trying to wrap my brain around it. Yeah, man. It sounds like it was made in the '80s to me. It has an 80s vibe. Just a little dated, but not that dated.
Right.
You know, because I know in the '80s, just some of the vocals in the '80s were a little zany.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the vocals are. I'll be honest with you. I don't really necessarily like the vocals. You know what I mean?
Right.
It just seems like it almost doesn't even seem like he's singing.
He's almost talking. Yeah, but it sounds a little muffled. I know that's probably deliberate, but I mean, even the instrumentation sounds a little muffled. Doesn't it sound like it's the level of how it was recorded is just very minimum?
I get the feeling that it's intentionally, it has that sort of almost unfinished sound to it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's deliberate.
Yeah, it seems like it's a little empty to me. Not to be negative about it, but
it sounds like they recorded it too far away from the microphone.
Yeah.
Like if I was talking and I go way back here, you hear how I sound?
Yeah.
This is how it sounds to me.
Yeah.
Like you can hear it, but it just sounds like
right.
You're not close enough to, you know what I mean, for the instruments to take center stage.
Kind of like how our mic sounds.
Right.
We're gonna get some new mics, guys.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
We're gonna get that going. But yeah, you can almost hear the echo of it, and it doesn't sound like it's compressed.
Right. I mean, they could have been limited by the technology of the time.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Interesting. All right, let's keep it going. Interesting. Mm-hmm. So it looks like a wife is seeing her husband off somewhere. A worried parent's glance, a kiss, a last goodbye, hands him the bag she packed, the tears she tries to hide, a cruel wind that blows down to our lunacy and leaves him standing cold here in this colony. So it seems like it's a husband and a wife that are having issues.
Yeah.
Or the husband's leaving somewhere and the wife is sort of sad because the husband has to go and she doesn't want him to go because it says up here in the first verse that she was holding him and he's saying, I don't mean you any harm. So it looks like he has to
something
leave.
he has to do. Yeah, something he has to do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna maybe leave that home broken.
Yeah.
For a while. So interesting. And I don't know what colony means. Maybe the colony is a destination of sorts.
Yeah.
So, all right. Anyways, just keep it going.
I'm really trying to gather with my man Peter. I love you, man. We love you. But what are you seeing in this song that is like, man, you got to do this? Typically, when we have a subscriber that's like going hard like this,
yeah,
they're bringing the band is bringing something to the table that's like off the chart.
Even if we don't like it, we can see,
right?
Like what was okay. So like Guar, for example. We understand why someone would want us to see Guar because they had the crazy costumes. And,
right.
You know, the fucking blood splashing all over the place. Like, that's crazy.
Right.
Even if we don't necessarily like it like that. But this one, this is interesting.
Yeah,
maybe
man.
some context is needed. Because to me, it almost comes off like cult-like. It sounds like a cult. Like,
okay.
You know what I mean? Something like a cult. Like, people were like fucking walking around in a circle holding hands, looking up at the sky, and this is playing. Who was first to drink the Jesus juice? Like, that's what I'm picturing with this song. It sounds
American Horror Story.
Yeah. It's almost kind of creepy to me. You know, it's kind of creepy. I think vocally, I don't think his intention is to really showcase great vocals at all. I think he's intentionally giving you this monotone sort of talking / singing type of vocal performance. I think maybe a little bit more context would help us out a little bit. But if we're talking about a pure reaction,
yeah.
I don't like the vocals. It just seems like the groove is just sort of this monotonous groove without anything that really I find special about it. Mm-hmm. So, no disrespect.
Yep.
No disrespect. Shout out to these guys, but that's I guess where me and Ryan are both at the moment. So.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it going.
Yeah, man.
Maybe it is a cult.
It's gotta be.
Maybe the colony is a cult. Maybe that's what made me think of a cult.
It's gotta be.
Because I'm looking at the lyrics. No family life, this makes me feel uneasy. Stood alone here in this colony.
Yeah.
So maybe he's joining some sort of cult and he has to leave his wife for some sort of maybe religious,
yeah,
you know what I mean, religious goal or path. You know what I mean? This is something that he feels internally that he has to accomplish.
Yeah, man, because in the end of the song, I mean, how many times did they mention God in various different things here, right? God in his wisdom made you understand. God in his wisdom took you by the hand. God in his wisdom made you understand. It's almost like they're putting you, brainwashing you, right? They're almost kind of brainwashing you into thinking whatever it is they believe in, which is what a code is, right?
Yep. And maybe he's saying to himself to kind of piggyback off that, it's just reassuring that he's doing the right thing for maybe the colony. He's maybe reassuring himself. Dear God in his wisdom, yes. God in his wisdom made you understand.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. God in his wisdom took you by the hand, so I have to follow this path. We could be way off.
Yeah, but that's what it sounds like.
You know, but it's interesting. So he's obviously leaving his family life for something. We just don't know what that something is. We don't know necessarily what the colony means. So definitely
or what that represents.
What that represents. Yeah. You know, give us some insight on that. All right, well, let's go ahead and finish it up.
Yep.
Okay. To me, this just feels like it's more of a niche type of band. I could be way off. You know what I mean? It seems like it would be more of a a cult following for this band. No pun intended, because I just said it sounds like it
Right.
music in a cult. But it seems like this band would have more of a cult following.
Right.
I definitely
Right.
don't think their intention is to appeal to a broader audience at all. You know what I mean? So maybe a few more listens will help me, you know, maybe feel a little bit differently towards this. But off of first listen, I definitely didn't like the vocals. I just thought the vocals were very bland. Just sort of a monotone type of display to me. You know what I mean? I thought the music was pretty simplistic. I didn't think the groove offered anything, even in simplicity, that I thought was beautiful or that caught my ear. And I thought the writing was interesting. You know what I mean? I thought the writing was pretty good in this. I really would like some insight on what is the colony? What does that mean? What does that represent? So not for me. You know what I mean? Not for me. Shout out to Peter. You know what I mean? Thought that this was interesting for sure. You know, give us some context. Maybe again, a few more listens will help us, you know, get into this a little bit more. But not for me.
Yeah, and not to belabor the same point. I think it's obvious that we both really didn't dig the song, but Peter, I really would like to know what you like about this song, because I think that would give us more insight on what to look for on a second and third listen, if we have a second and third listen. But at this point, it's just hard to put it as delicately as possible. It's very, very different, you know. And I just,
guys, just to end this, guys, there's certain songs in hip hop that I know would only appeal to true hip hop heads. True, like you grew up in the culture, immersed in the culture, grew up around the music your whole life. There's certain types of subject matters that I know just wouldn't appeal to people outside of hip hop, and I can completely understand why. Some stuff is just hard for other people outside of the culture to relate to, right?
It'd be a hard listen.
It would be a very difficult listen. I completely understand that.
Yeah.
And that's what this comes off to me like. And I don't know. It seems like this is very, very niche.
Yep.
Like a very, very specific type of audience that really connects with this, that grew up with this type of sound, or in some really special way connects with this, would appreciate this.
Yep.
That's what it sounds like to me. So I don't know. I could be wrong.
Well said.
Give us some feedback, Peter.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And in the comments, give us some feedback on what the colony means. We'd like to get a better idea of the meaning of this as well. So, but that's it. We gave it a shot. Shout out to Peter.
Yep.
That's the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Las Vegas George. Ryan, we out.